Hello, everyone. Today, I'm very delighted to be joined by our new client, Aras Azadian. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Avicanna, a leader in biopharmaceutical advancement. Avicanna is listed in the TSX under ticker symbol AVCN and the OTCQX under ticker symbol AVCNF. Thank you so much, Aras, for your time. Avicanna has seen impressive growth over the past few years. Can you tell us about the company's vision and what sets it apart?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. To start off, we started off as a biopharma company, and our focus was always on delivering cannabinoid-based medicine to patients, originally for specific clinical indications. And we were admitted into a Johnson and Johnson incubator back in 2016, so we were kind of built out of that in collaboration with some of the major academic and clinical institutions here in Toronto. So while, when the sector was really emerging and everybody was focusing, or most of the companies were focusing on adult use, we were focusing on drug delivery, on research, on clinical evidence, on getting really, the medical community on board with the potential efficacy and, of course, utility of medical cannabis products. And fast forward 10 years later, today we are, generating towards $30 million of revenue through medical cannabis and pharmaceutical cannabinoid-based products. We've done transactions in over 20 international markets. We've filed and have earned and obtained a number of patents on our drug delivery systems and technology. We've gone into some major international strategic partnerships with Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies, and we believe have really built what is the most significant, I would say, medical cannabis or comprehensive medical cannabis platform, which includes, proprietary non-inhalation products to medical training, education, to a medical platform where patients can get access to the products and get insurance coverage, essentially an online pharmacy platform, and of course, patient support programs. So that's really who we've been from the beginning. We've stayed within that straight line focus on medical and evidence-based approach of cannabinoid-based medicine. And today we're very happy to have seen that the proof of concept of what we envisioned, in terms of, delivering, again, evidence-based cannabinoid products to patients has worked, and it's worked in Canada as a very successful proof of concept that we envisioned internationalizing over the mid to long term.
Amazing. And you did mention the 22 international markets, so that leads me to my next questions. How have strategic partnerships with leading institutions like Shoppers Drug Mart and UHN shaped and helped shape the future and growth of Avicanna, and not only in Canada, but also internationally?
Yeah, I think it's important to note that within the medical side of this opportunity, which is medical cannabis, Canada is the first country to have legalized it at a federal level that is actually a developed G7 country. So Canada is really the proof of concept for the world, right? And we are here. We're in Toronto. We're on University Row, where all of our clinical and academic partners are, within hundreds of feet away from us. We had to win here. We had to succeed here. We had to ensure that what we do in Canada not only allows Avicanna to survive and succeed and be able to execute on its long-term vision, but also demonstrate to the world that there is a real separation between medical and adult use. And within medical, things need to be done the right way and with the involvement of the medical community. So having those partnerships, Shoppers Drug Mart, we acquire their medical cannabis division from them, which we collaboratively transitioned to Avicanna, and we maintain a very good working relationship with. UHN, which is the largest medical institution in Canada. It's number 2 in the world for research. We're doing several clinical trials with them. Like, these are the top of, in Canada and in many ways in the world, right? Like, UHN is world renowned. So I think by being able to, obtain the support and confidence of the medical community in Canada, but the large institutions in Canada, we, first of all, I think, have successfully built our proof of concept in Canada. Now, what's next is internationalization of this proof of concept. And this is where strategic relationships and partnerships with larger companies is very important, specifically pharma companies. And, in the last 2 months, we've press released that we've exported to a pharma company in Germany a number of our products that they will internationalize in the European Union. Today, we announced a partnership with Vectura Fertin Pharma, which is a pharmaceutical subsidiary of Philip Morris International. that is going to also be working with us in Canada initially. So there's a lot that I think we can build on in terms of what we've already accomplished. And I think there's a lot that still needs to be done in terms of generation of further evidence and proof of concept here.
Amazing, and congratulations on the news from this morning.
Thank you.
And talking about, the fact that, you've seen revenue doubling and there's a strong profitability in the horizon. What drives Avicanna's success, and what are your key priorities as you continue to scale?
Uh, Great question. I think it's worth noting. So 2022 to 2023, we had a massive revenue increase, and then 2023 to 2024, we had a massive revenue increase, and so we are increasing at sort of an exponential rate. We expect this year we're at our 9-month revenue is already higher than the previous year. So that I think has to do with the medical opportunity materializing on one end. What takes us closer to profitability, or what separates Avicanna's business model from a fundamentals perspective, is high margins. We have a lot of entry barriers. We have proprietary patented products that are backed by clinical evidence or preclinical evidence. We have a medical platform that provides a comprehensive patient support program that is covered by insurance. These things are not easily replicated, and therefore are not as commodified as the adult use side of the sector. And that's why we're able to deliver gross margins and gross profits that are more in line with a specialty pharma or a biopharmaceutical company. And I think that with scaling of revenue is already taking us into the black, and is letting us be self-sufficient and actually be able to redirect our earnings into R&D, into scale up, into marketing. So this is, I think, truly unique. Unfortunately, our association with the stigma of cannabis, and our association with the failures of cannabis companies, specifically in Canada in terms of the capital markets, has pinned us into this realm that people are not really looking and digging. And I think that's part of this discussion. Is I think it's important for people to actually take a look and realize that we are not really a cannabis company, but we are a biopharmaceutical company that is generating significant revenue growth and good margins, and is on track to profitability, which is, I think, if this was true biotech without cannabinoid association, we would deserve a lot more credit. So I think that's the point of this, is to get out there and educate really the public.
Amazing. And that's why we also appreciate your time to share all these insights with our audience too. And we'll include a link below to the recent news that just came out this morning, but also to your company website and the latest corporate deck for anybody that wants to learn more about Avicanna. And thank you so much, Aras, for your time. I know you'll be in Miami soon, so looking forward to seeing you then. And thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you. It was great.